Good morning, sports fans. This is the week 3 edition of the Monday Morning Quarterback, where we recap this week's games and we talk about all the mistakes, coachings, and potential winners. Of course, we still have one Monday night, and we'll discuss anybody who could still potentially win for Monday night. We are going to start off, as always, with the Kings and the Bucks. The Bucks, as I say every week, is in a rebuilding year. They took over a really bad squad, so it's really not a whole lot of overall expectations from them. They finish out the day with the 167 projected average. Projected score, but really not a whole lot to say. They have some good pieces that they can expound off of. It's just a matter of keeping those pieces, getting some draft picks here and there. They could be in contention next year or two. But start with the scores. We got Kings. He came out. Bucks had 26 from Burrow, 19 from Kirk. Left a bunch of points on the bench. Really wouldn't have mattered because Kings came out there and bust a motherfucking ass. Kings is projected to finish out the week at 232, which is a really good score for them. You get 16 from Jones. You got 17 from Gordon. Ramondre went off for 20. Jamal Williams, 25.7 points. Really didn't leave any points on the bench. Top to bottom, Kings has some good players. And if everybody continues to show up like they are, they're better than what their record shows of 0-2. They are going to come out of division play and get their first win. Congrats to the Kings. Congrats to the motherfucking Kings. We move on to see Hells Bells versus Gronk, a.k.a. Calgary Stampede. Gronk, I know you watched the show. Hope you're not offended I still use your old name. That's what we know you as. That's where you got your legendary status from. But Calgary Stampede, a.k.a. Gronk, came out and beat the shit out of Hells Bells. Hells Bells had 28 points from Allen. Another pickup he got from me. You're welcome. 14 from Chase, 30 from Hollins. Hollins came out of Las Vegas and just acted a whole damn fool. He played the wrong defense. Still wouldn't have mattered. Hells Bells loses with this 191 projection. You got Gronk on the other side. He got 21 points from Dubes. I really never knew who Dubes was. And I watched a couple of Green Bay games. Romario Dubes, according to what I'm showing, has had a pretty modest start to the year, but he came out for 21 this week. Tyler Boyd, showing Tyler Boyd of old, but came out with 25. Devin Singletary, 24. 19 points from the Denver defense. No points really left on the bench. Up and down, Gronk did his motherfucking thing. Gronk is going to leave out of division play 2-1. And we're going to see what happens from there. But Gronk has a good, solid team. Everybody shows up and shows out. He could be a problem. Moving on to Patron and Jeremy, that work. That work was poised to go out of division play 3-1, but El Patron said, fuck what you talking about. I'm going out 2-1. So I'm sorry, that work could have went out 3-0, but they both end up going out division play 2-1. And with Patron with the head-to-head, takes over first place in the division over Platinum. And we got 10 points from Stafford from Patron. He is in a real quarterback conundrum because it's Matt Stafford, Rams. You're supposed to start him. But he's not having a Matt Stafford this year. And you got Trubisky on the bench. Never would you start Trubisky over Stafford in any situation. It just doesn't make sense. But it is what it is. 13 points from Jonathan Taylor, which is, good solid work, but not necessarily John Taylor-esque. Metcalf, 17. He came on. Chase Edmonds got 15. A.J. Brown with 19.6. We're just going to call it 20. Now, A.J. Brown and the other wide receiver we'll talk about a little bit later. They seem to be doing good as a good tandem in Philly. I tried to get AJ Brown from Patron, but he's greedy bastard, so that's just what it is. We're just gonna move on. But he also got 22 points from Roquan Smith, who gets 14 points from their fucking defensive lineman. Patron does, and 19 points from the Cincinnati defense. What can you do? That work got his ass whooped because 14 points from Diggs and 16 from Conklin and 18 from Cousins just ain't gonna do it. So both of them go out of division play 2-1. Congrats to Patron, showing everybody what it is. Next up, we got the Chibo motherfucking Burgers and U City Lions. Chibo finishes out the week with 195, and he gets 40 big points from Lamar Jackson. Drake London, a good 14.5, 14 from Debo. He got Osborne on the bench for 18. I tried to get Osborne. Chibo picked him up on Wednesday. I was going to pick Osborne up, just didn't have any space on the bench and didn't want to drop anything. But good game. Chibo beating the U City Lions. Brian, he got 12 from Herbert. My opinion, I think Herbert should have sat this week. Especially in a loss. You lost, you went out there still hurt. You weren't flinging it like you normally do. So I think he should have sat. But this is what Monday morning quarterback's all about. Hindsight being 2020. You get 13 from Eckler. Najee Harris was 13 points is good solid work, but definitely not Najee Harris numbers. Kelsey always going to do his thing. Every week, I'm going to talk about Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews went crazy for 29 points. And the reason Mark Andrews is so significant is because the team got Mark Andrews for basically pocket lint and a box of envelopes. It was sad, but the previous owner, not to be mentioned, was trash, and he's gone. So that's what that is. But you turn around, and it just, he made a big coaching error. He knew Allen was going to be out. He had the backup in Palmer on the bench. He also had Thielen on the bench. Both of those could have filled in the slot for Allen, which he got a big motherfucking goose egg for. Plays either one of them, he wins the game. He goes out of division play 3-0, but instead 2-1. Bad coaching costs you games. Sucks to be you, U City Lions. Sucks to be you. Moving on. Team Commish versus New Team. New Team, trash. New Team has been under 200 points for the second time in 3 weeks. He's currently like 8th, somewhere in there scoring. He is not the juggernaut he used to be. And I believe he's finally seeing that. From what I'm hearing is he's going to go on suicide watch. He's probably going to run. But it is what it is. On his side, you get 14 from Brady. Honestly, we don't say this, it's going to sound crazy. 14 points was Brady's best game of the year in a loss. And he's currently averaging 11.5 points. That's his starting quarterback. He does have James Robinson. J-Rob went out there and put motherfuckers on notice. Fuck Etienne. This is still my backfield. 26 points from him. 17 points from Scary Terry. Jefferson, or what he likes to call the real JJ, 4 points. 4 points. 4 motherfucking points. Riddle Kittle was 6.8. Harris came on with 13, and Michael Thomas almost at double digits at 9.9. But moving on, Team motherfucking Commish has the Team Commish appears to be the team of the week with a 236 point score. 236 point game. He's having some quarterback issues. He still has Jimmy Garoppolo, who only came out and got 7. Cook 14, Higgins 14, Chubb 19, just up and down the motherfucking roster. He did his thing. You got Marquise Hollywood Brown came out there for 29. He has both Jacksonville linebackers, both out there putting up decent numbers. He getting 25 combined from both of them. That's always a good day. 12 points for your cornerback. And the Philly defense damn near hit 20. Up and down, team commish came to play, and they did their motherfucking thing. They leave out of division, and they get their first win at 1-2, leaving new team, dare I say, 0-3, as somebody earlier in the league predicted he would go out 0-3, and as it was, it shall be. So moving on to the Black Republicans and Bard Street Bullyfoots. Bullyfoot's 158 just ain't gonna get it done. It's just not going to get it done. Unless Zeke can get 50 tonight on Monday Night Football, Bullyfoot's loses. Not to say Zeke is impossible to get 50. It's possible. It's still Zeke. But Zeke not even a man in the backfield no more. So unless he break off like 3 50-yard runs, it ain't going to work for him because that backfield belongs to Pollard. Etienne, I know you drafted him and hung with him and whatnot, but he is not the number one in the Jacksonville backfield. It just ain't it. And 12 points from Ayuk ain't going to cut it. On the flip side, on the other side of the ball, Black Republicans. 14 points from Murray. You get 15 from Edwards-Helaire. I will say this. Edwards-Helaire spent the first 2 years trash. He's actually coming on. Wilson stayed with him and rolled with him, and he's starting to finally pay dividends. Just is. Got to give respect. Got to give props where they do. I'd have gave up on the bum ass motherfucker a long time ago, but that's just me. He is still one of the lowest scoring teams in the league, but it's not about points. It's about wins, and he leaves out of division play 3-0. Congrats to the Black Republicans. Solid squad. For some reason, he thinks the 61 yards from Cam Akers and the 10 points was the shit. And apparently, I hear Akers is on the trading block if anybody interested in 10 points because, he's averaging 6 points per game. But up and down, Black Republicans has a decent squad. But 3-0, we're going to see what he does outside of division play and see what's cracking. But Black Republicans 3-0. Let's do it. Moving on. We got the People's Champ versus New York City Matrix. People's Champ did everything they could to go out of division play with their first win and to go ahead and tie things up with Matrix at 1-2. Matrix is, as I believe the Rankings Committee said, one of the consistently most inconsistent teams out there. 1 week he gonna give you 230. The next week he might give you 150. So it just all really depends on what's going on. But 8 points from Wilson, that's not gonna cut it. 7 points from Mixon, that's not gonna cut it. He left Goff on the bench. But even if he didn't, he really couldn't have done nothing with People's Champ. People's Champ said, I will not go quietly into the night. I am not going to go out of division play 0-3. Put on their motherfucking drawers, boots, backpack, weapons, and went out there fucking firing. 17 from Mahomes, Pierce, 19 from him, and he's been averaging about 11. 12 from Wilson. Shit, this motherfucker got 21 points from McKenzie. McKenzie is really coming on. He came on last night. Defensive lineman, Wise. This motherfucker got 16 points from a D lineman. Just all up and down. Brandon out of the People's Champ organization. He went crazy. He actually is scheduled or slated, projected to do 206. He left some points on the bench, but he definitely wins the game convincingly. Matrix goes down. Last but not motherfucking least, the Ass Kickers versus New Northside. This was for all the marbles in the South before going out of division play. And many people picked New Northside to win. And New Northside came out there and he kept it going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Came out with 201, got 21 points from Carr. A lot of those was garbage points at the end. 26 points from Henry. You can't get mad at that. That's what Henry does. Cooper Kupp, 16. Devontae Adams, 14. Lockett, 16. All up and down. Pretty much he did his thing. Everett, not really well. Mozart, he had to do a emergency substitution because Van Jefferson went out. But overall, New Northside played a good game. Just wasn't enough for the ass kickers. The ass kickers up and down. Now, the ass kicker squad has been getting a lot of criticism in the offseason and even the first few weeks about the lineup that he has chosen. Well, I'll tell you this. That lineup is currently leading the league in scoring and has gone out of division play 3-0 and putting everybody on notice that everybody on this squad, we come to play, and we come to play every week. Even though he lost a starter, he lost the starting running back early in the first quarter with 11 yards. It didn't matter. 28 from Hurts, 15 from Jacobs. Devontae motherfucking Smith, year 2, coming out there, 32 goddamn points. St. Brown doing his thing. Cordell Patterson, everybody said Cordell was old. He wasn't going to do shit, blah, 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 blah. 23 from him. Jalen Waddle continues to do his. Still rocking with the number 2 quarterback. 14 points from the corner. Just pretty much all up and down. Good day. 11 points from the punter. Now, this is the problem where we literally have 50 points on the bench between Jones and Herbert. When my starting running back went down in the first quarter, I had to sit and watch 34 points build up on my motherfucking bench. I'm letting you guys know, word on the street in the league, that the ass kickers are going for the scoring title. We're going to see how shit goes, but those 50 points on the bench, or at least those 30 points on the bench, would a damn show help. But this has pretty much been the week 3 edition of the Monday Morning Quarterback. If you are not in the main chat, in the Google chat, you need to get in there. It's a lot of fun, a lot of shit talking. We discuss trades, and that's a lot of where a lot of the trades originate. If you need the information on getting in there, let us know, and we'll get you faded. Other than that, week 3, Monday Morning Quarterback, we go out. Peace.